I'm, as they call me in the business, Vicious Vic Grimes, the CEO of Hardcore. Uh, Bottom line is, I got my name from the shit I do. That's hardcore. Similar to all your backyard crap you guys do. But in a controlled, safe manner. Yeah, right now. But I don't know. Next question.
Could you really quickly tell us what happened tonight with you and New Jack? Can you tell the audience or people listening?
Well, bottom line is, me and New Jack, we've had a feud from ECW, which actually carried over to a real life shoot. And tonight, what happened up on the balcony was something that happened at a pay-per-view, and things went wrong. And we usually don't talk about it, and I'm kind of going to keep it that way. But tonight, things went right, and everything seems to be okay. But Jack, I love working with the guy. He's definitely helped me in this business as far as giving me a little push. You know, I'm putting him over, he's putting me over. But that night, shit went wrong.
What was your most fondest memory of your time in ECW?
Fondest memory was probably my match with Kid Cash, because up until that point, and that was at the end of my career at ECW. Up until that, I felt stuck as a third wheel, you know, as one of the Baldies. They were the limelight. I was their backup. Never really got a chance to show the world or the wrestling business that I can actually work. And when Tommy said, "Hey, I'll give you 3 minutes. What can you do?" Me and Cash said, "Let's do it." You know, we went out and we blew it up. And that match aired on TNN. I think it was one of the best matches I had so far in my career. So I'd say that.
Now on the backyard, what's your opinion on backyard wrestling?
I feel backyard wrestling has a place in this business because it is a springboard it's a start for guys that basically have hearts, you know, have the drive, may not have the money to get, you know, some real training in the schools, but in my eyes, I believe backyard wrestling should be exactly what it says. Backyard wrestling. Wrestling. Not killing yourselves. Not doing all that crazy fucking shit off roofs and all that, because you know what? Honestly, it's not wrestling. You know, if you guys are doing, you know, chain wrestling, you guys are doing your high spots and this and that, it's all good. You know, if it's on a mat or if it's on the ground, whatever, I do that shit now. But the stuff I do is usually, all the hardcore bumps and crazy shit is under a controlled manner, and we're trained. We are trained. You know, it's like stunt work. And of course you guys know that, backyarders, but you guys don't look like you know what the fuck you're doing sometimes, or you're going to hurt yourself bad. And I'm just one to tell you that, you know, take it easy. Wrestle. Wrestling's going to get you over. I swear to God, that shit will not get you to WWF. It won't. Wrestling and a body will get you there. Because I got a perfect example. I remember when I was up at WWF, they told me, they said, "Hey, what do you think of this outfit Vic's wearing?" And Terry hated it. He goes, "I don't like it." Jim Ross said, "Are you comfortable, Vic?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Can you work in this?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Put the kid in whatever he can work in. It doesn't matter what he's wearing. It matters what he can do in the ring." So he's telling you, and I'm telling you, it ain't the crazy shit. It's what you work. It's the work rate in the ring that'll get you there someday.
Here's another question. Probably a question you don't like. If a backyard wrestling fed offered you the money, the right amount of money, say $500 for a match, would you accept the match and wrestle in the backyard?
You know, I've been there and done that. I've started in a garage and worked my way up to where I'm at now. And to honestly say, to me, I've always said it's not about the money. Never. My dad used to tell me, he goes, if you're good at something, the money will come. And I feel, I've done pretty good so far. And to actually, here's another quote he used to tell me. You always have to move forward, because if you stand still, you're going to slide backwards. And to me, by taking that, I think I'd be sliding backwards. Don't get me wrong, I'll go and watch a show, but I don't think I would wrestle. No, because I think it would make me, not that I'm some superstar or something or up here, it's just that I think that it would make me look, it'd put my name down, I guess, maybe. Especially if I sold for some kid that don't even got a name or whatever, But that's all irrelevant bullshit. But still, the stupid, marks or whatever, they're going to think, oh, look at that dude, he just kicked your ass. Who is he, So, no, I wouldn't. But I watch. And I appreciate what they do. I mean, honestly, those guys work their ass off. And I'm a firm believer on working your ass off, But I'm a firm believer on also getting some training. I've been trained by the best. Michael Modest, and he's in NOAA right now. I was trained by Dory Funk Jr., Manny Fernandez, Spike Dudley. I was trained by quite a few more people, actually. I can't think off the top of my head, but with those guys long term. And I believe that they have taught me the art of bumping, the art of work. And honestly, the only guy I could ever say that got hurt with me in the ring was New Jack on that pay-per-view that time. And that was the first and only time out of all the career that I've had. And I've done some crazy shit, but I believe that they should get some training.
Recording? All right. Now, what's your limit? What won't you do in a pro wrestling match?
My limits? I would say, well, as they call me, the CEO of hardcore, I always say every time I enter the ring, it's just another day at the office. Because for me, honestly, I don't feel pain. I'm knock on wood, man. My dad or whoever, God, has hooked me up to where, I'll feel it maybe 3-4 days later, but I don't feel it. And I don't fear much. I don't fear anything except responsibility. And I got married. I'm taking care of my kids, so I don't think I got any limits. I'll do just about anything as long as it ain't so much about the money. It's also about, for me, being the first. Like I was the first ever to do exploding ring match in the United States. It's also to be able to do the first craziest bump on this, craziest that. I get off on the recognition of doing something and pleasing myself more than the money. The money isn't everything, So I don't think I got any limits. I'll do anything. But of course, for a little money.
All right. Now, tell me now, what age did you start watching wrestling? How did you know you wanted to become a wrestler, and how did you get into the business?
Actuality, I was a pro football player. At one time, I played semi-pro football. I was a nose guard, but before that, I was a fuck-up. Excuse my language. And I went to my dad, which is a minister, and moved to Missouri. And he told me, after he helped me out, get me all, on the right track, he says, hey, what do you want to do with your life now? I said, well, I don't know, man. He says, well, why don't you do something you love? I said, well, I love wrestling. He goes, amateur wrestling? He goes, ain't no money in that. And he goes, fake wrestling? And I said, yeah, I'd love to do that. He goes, is there money in that? And I said, well, yeah, I think so. He says, if I could hook it up, would you do it? This is my dad talking. I said, all right. Next day, he gave me every school in the United States, but I lived in Missouri at the time. There wasn't one there, but there was one in California next to my mom because they got a divorce. And right after that, boom, I was there. Signed up, handed over my money, got in. And in a matter of a year and a half, I got a contract with WWF because of my dedication and drive. And I decided I wanted to be like the first, but there was before me, of course, like a heavyweight high flyer, and plus a hardcore Cactus Jack style, able to take a lot of big bumps and a lot of, agile shit for my size. And I thought to myself, if I could ever get that over, I might make it, and I actually did because of it, But what was part of the other question?